Hey.
Burn or go, boy. Yes, sir.
Uh. Welcome, episode 17, UndR Dog Pod. What's going on, brother?
Brother, blessed, thriving, and grateful. Just happy to be here for another pod with you, man. Much love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get to it. Give the
Yes,
people
sir.
waiting on.
Yeah, bro. We ain't even gonna waste your time with this one. This is a real nice and smooth one. You know, it's starting to get to the summer. So there's less and less to talk about. So there's actually more little nuanced side stuff for us to do because we always find in the underdogs.
Yeah.
Off rip, I know y'all don't care about NASCAR, but we still gonna tell y'all the Bubba Wallace update. Just finished 26th in the last race on June 5th, earning him 11 points. He is now 224 points back. I know that sounds like a lot, but in NASCAR, it's not. He's currently 22nd in the standings. It's a long shot. Chase Elliott is crushing, but he still got a shot. Go Bubba. Beyond that, longtime Major League manager Joe Maddon was fired from the Los Angeles Angels recently after they had a 12-game losing streak and lost 16 of 19, I believe, and they've lost their next 2 games since he's been fired. So they're now on a 14-game losing streak for the longest losing streak in Angels history.
Wow.
So, yeah, and it's kind of crazy because Shohei Ohtani is on the cover of MLB The Show. Mike Trout is probably top 2 baseball players. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when's the last time they won the whole thing?
It's been a while. Been a while for that. But it's not looking good over there. But that's good. That's good for the Royals, even though we're in last place. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Go get into that. Next thing, the PGA versus the Live Tour. It's going down in the golf world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. Apparently, there's a new league that just popped up, and this was crazy. I watch golf. I ain't know nothing about this shit. And
I heard. I think they offered Tiger a bunch of money, and he turned it down.
We'll get into Tiger in a second. That's separate. We will get into that. But right now, apparently, there's a Saudi Arabian like golf league. I'm not sure I've heard crazy stories. I've heard it's team golf. I've heard it's 50 holes. I've heard all kinds of stuff. So I'm actually still doing some of the research for that. We'll talk about that later as it develops. But recently today, the PGA Tour has suspended the 17 golfers who decided to defect. So so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's starting to get kind of crazy out here. And I was listening to a report by Michael Collins today on ESPN, but it was kind of hard for me to figure it out. So I'm gonna do some more research on that, and it's a developing story. But on the Tiger end of things, I like it because as far as I'm concerned, if y'all want to get out of Tiger's way so he can break this record, we all for it. Big Elgin. Big Elgin all day.
Man. Turning all that money down, though. I heard they offered him like $500 million or something crazy.
Bro, like these contracts, bro, I was looking, the contracts are crazy. Like some of these, you know what I'm saying? Some of these single contracts are like entire like golfing event purses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just these one contracts. Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau, South Africa, I can never pronounce his last name, but he, like I'm talking about, like it's crazy. Like I'm looking at some of these names and it's Phil Mickelson, who's actually, he already commented that he's not going to discuss about PGA affairs right now publicly. That's how complicated it is. So it's like, and I don't think that the PGA has ever really had a rival or a competition or another.
Yeah, how can they justify suspending somebody for wanting to participate in another league?
And that's kind of what they're saying. They're saying that we travel the world playing golf anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we go to the British Open, we go to this Open, that Open. They've done tournaments in Saudi before. So it's like, but I think PGA just wants that control as the elite golf. And I mean, they are, you know what I'm saying? I understand that they want that, but I think that that's just the motive for them trying to make that play.
Yeah.
But much like Lil Wayne and new rappers, you can't be off-putting to new stuff. You got to embrace it. You got to, you know what I'm saying? So I think this might have been a failed attempt to try to, but you ain't finna out pocket the Saudis. So you said if they talking bread, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
But that is a developing story, and we'll definitely keep y'all up to date on that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Well,
NBA Finals. Let's go. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I was talking to my coworker, and he's like, "Man, where were you at after game one?" Because I was off on Friday. Next time he saw me was Monday, and I was like, "We tied 1-1 now." He's like, "Get out of here, man." No, but I still think the Warriors gonna win in 6. I think the next, what they up 2-1 now. So technically,
they going
the next
3.
Yeah, the next 3 games are winning.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even playing. They're not winning a game in San Fran no more.
They're not.
So I know that's tough. I know that right now on paper and the eye test tells you that they're the better team. Game 2, they dominated as I expected. I was shocked though that Ime Udoka decided to sit them in the fourth quarter. I thought that was kind of like, well, we came here, we did the job that we came to do. We don't care if y'all win one game. And I think, and I've never seen that done in the NBA Finals. That's like, a page out of Greg Popovich book. Sit your stars the entire fourth quarter. That's mad disrespectful, man. But
yeah, I kind of think the same thing, and I know that Steph Curry was kind of nursing a small ankle injury, and then Al Horford actually apparently rolled up on it in game 3. He is going to play in game 4 because it's the same ankle. He's familiar with the pain tolerance. They don't have to do any other MRIs because they're familiar with the situation. So that's a good look for y'all. But what I will say is this: Steph Curry has 0. Now I know he sat out one of those fourth quarters. But Steve Kerr is still trying to do the rotation. He doesn't need to keep doing the rotation like this is an AAU team and everybody got to play. If Steph needs to play the whole second half, he needs to go ahead and play the whole second half.
I agree.
But he is 3 for 10 on field goals in the fourth quarter with 0 threes made. So this is an interesting stat line that I heard today. I'm like, woo.
Okay.
I don't know. That's where now. I will say this. In game 3, Klay Thompson came alive with 25 points. And he's starting to get there. But we need game 6 Klay. And hopefully he can do the Steve Urkel, Stephon Urkel and hit the chamber and come back as game 6 Klay. But he did put up 25, so he is helping. Jordan Poole is scoring I think they said 6 to 7 points less. All his percentages are down 10%. Andrew Wiggins is probably the quietest 18-point scorer I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He scores 18 points but makes 0 impact. But I feel like right now, Steph just doesn't know how to help. Klay's getting there. He showed up in the last game, and it was really that fourth quarter that kind of messed everything up. Like you said, Kuminga's got to get in there.
Moody.
He's got they just got to.
They need to play some of the younger players, man. Let them run a lot quicker before the game's out of hand and you putting them in for the last 2 minutes. Like it's the finals, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And the game is to win. But here's the thing: Steve Kerr is also 0-3 in game 3s if the series is 1-1. So Steve Kerr normally always loses this game. So that's kind of the other thing.
Yeah,
they've been in the final 6 times, but half of the times they've lost to game 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's not an unusual spot, but that doesn't, you shouldn't be comfortable down in the series.
And real talk, I wasn't gonna go there. I know we're gonna talk about Draymond in a second, but you mentioned Al Horford rolling on Steph's ankle, and to me that looked like a dirty play, man. I get it, you all going for the ball, but you can't tell me you don't feel your butt sitting on somebody's ankles, man. There's no way in hell.
I'll say that the Marcus Smart,
sat on the man's ankle. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is in the scuffle, his leg is pinned under Al Horford going one way. And you see him turn the other way to try and fight for the ball. So I agree with what you're saying, but I do believe that the regular season, when Marcus Smart rolled on his ankle, that was a little bit more dirty. That was dirtier than what Al did.
I feel you.
But Uncle Al, I feel like he's a veteran and he knows that, and you know what I'm saying. But Steph also knows that if you know what I'm saying, he might need to turn towards the leg instead of trying to, you know what I'm saying. I understand, but in the heat of the moment,
Yeah.
You know but he seemed fine. There wasn't much left in the game. He seems confident. I don't think it's one of those Isaiah Thomas situations where he played on that bum ankle and scored 25, and then he couldn't play the next 2 games because his ankle was too swollen.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't think it's one of those. But if y'all don't have Steph, Clay even said it. Like if they don't have Steph, the team just doesn't have enough identity because Clay's not back. And then we can now segue into what I think the biggest problem on the team right now is, and that's brother Draymond, man. Truth be told, I admire his game. I have pretty much his whole career. I'm a Duke fan, but you best believe him and Tom Izzo and the Sparties, they used to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a good player, and I know he's a good player. And it's really kind of crazy that like he's doing the stuff that he does, because I did a little research, and like Draymond Green has had plenty of 20-point games in the finals. I think one he had like 32 or something like that, and like he actually like used to shoot. He had a little jumper a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's almost like with Steph and Clay being out, it's almost like he lost that juice of himself.
Yeah.
Because now I think they said it was 2,500 something people who have ever played a 35-minute game, 35 minutes or more in the finals. And he has the worst stat line in the history of the NBA finals with that game from last night, playing 35 minutes with 2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 fouls. And then after it to come out and say, oh, I was too focused on the refs and da-da-da-da-da. It really is kind of a focus thing. And I mean, fellow podcaster, I know that you've DM'd him about coming on the show. I hope that he still does.
Yeah, he's got an opportunity now. As much as they've been slinging that dirt his way today.
Yeah. And, you know, more props to him to getting picked up by Colin Cowherd. You know what I'm saying? Holler at us if you need us, Colin. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems like with the finals going on, you know what I'm saying? He like, bro, the pod can wait. Like I said, a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd talk to Colin Cowherd, be like, bro, hey, it's the fine. Like, bro, this is why I'm here. It's because of a ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a hooper. Like this needs to be my main focus. And for him to go out and do that after the whole differential treatment comments and stuff like that, I just feel like this just isn't the same Draymond Green. And for this to be a series, I feel like he's just got to put up or shut up. And yeah, coming out of Draymond is not. So basically, right, he went from being like maybe 15 to 20 points a game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Remember, he used to get those like triple doubles, quadruple doubles. You know what I'm saying? Now he's Mr. Triple Single. And if he could get back to that and be more than just a bum ass screen, because that's all he's doing now is like these crazy illegal screens, you know what I'm saying? Trying to rustle up the Celtics when they don't even play like that. That's not even a game. You know what I'm saying? Jaylen Brown is cooler than the other side of the pillow. You know what I'm saying? You done got him riled up, putting your legs on him and stuff. Now he calling you out on ISOs and is blowing past you. You know what I'm saying? So Draymond just gotta focus, man, and maybe just let the pod go, because I don't want them to talk about him like that, because he is a good player.
I wouldn't say let the pod go. I feel like that's in his identity, coming from Saginaw, Michigan. You know, he's got that chip on his shoulder that feels like ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can't and can't do. You know, I mean, just look at us. Like me and you been at work all day, got issues going on. Imagine somebody coming to tell you, man, Bola, Drew, you got too much going on right now. You don't need to do no pod. Focus on what you got to do. Focus on the task at hand. You
bro,
know,
if I'm in the NBA finals, bro.
I mean, they've been there 6 times in the last 8 years.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know, I feel like we need game 6, 2016 finals, after he got suspended for game 5, Draymond back. You know what I'm saying? Like I
We
feel
need
like
game
that's
6 Draymond. Y'all need game 6 Clay.
play. Yeah, we need
Yeah, bro.
everything right now. But honestly, I think they need to make a change in the starting lineup and put Poole in there early. Let him get his shots off. Because it's proven, like when Steph was coming off the bench a little bit, I forget what series that was, and Poole got his repetition, got his confidence under him, we played better. Like Poole can blow past anybody on defense. You know, I know you saw what he did to what's their center's name? I can't think of it. He had him going one that,
Robert Williams.
Yeah. So like I feel like he's the piece, but you got to get him going. You can't bring him in the second quarter and be like, all right, man, get your shots off.
Yeah, you baby Steph, save us.
Yeah, no, you gotta get him excited early. You know,
I agree.
and Kuminga needs to come in early too. But I feel like the mistake they're also making is they started off with Looney first, and then they try to put GP2 in later. Start with GP2. Let him get out there. When we're best when we're running in transition, when GP2 is screening for Steph, and when GP2 is catching lobs from Steph. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That little pick and roll that they run, that's what we're missing more of.
Game 3, he had GP 2 points. So he's got to step it up too.
Yeah.
When Otto Porter is coming off the bench and hitting threes, most people didn't even know Otto Porter was still playing, let alone on the Warriors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when y'all just putting in Otto Porter and letting him shoot, that's not like, I feel like they're just not handling the game or the situation to the best of the Warriors' ability. And we've seen them at their best.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it all starts with Draymond. The team energy starts with Draymond, and the offense starts with Steph.
Yeah.
So like if Steph ain't going and if Draymond ain't focused and Clay's still not Clay, it's man. I understand what you said, and they could come out and shoot the lights out for all I know.
And I'll say one more thing about Draymond, bro.
Yeah.
He needs to be more aggressive and decisive. A lot of times when he got the ball, he's just waiting for the next person to pass to. He's looking around. Like, you're not even looking at the basket to shoot. You just...
I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he
don't get the ball.
Even PJ Tucker, Jay Crowder, there's guys. Yeah, you're not the main offensive option, but at least pump it. Like, do something to where they know that you're scoring too. Because I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, the closer to Draymond gets to 20 points a game, that's the more games that y'all win.
Yeah.
I'm saying if Draymond's getting 15 to 20 a night, y'all are winning most of those games.
I agree.
So it's just like, although he's not he's got a, remember, he used to have a nice little 15-foot jumper. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm watching the games and it's like all this dude is doing is dirty picking and fouling and arguing with the refs. Like, he's not even hooping no more.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. And it's like, I know he's better than that. And you see how people talk about him. So it's just like, I don't want to see a team with injuries. I don't want to play against a team with, you know what I'm saying? I want everybody to be on their A game. Let's see who the hell can do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we'll see how it goes. Game 4 is tomorrow. And I think game 5 is Sunday. So I think we'll be around game 6 when we talk again.
1 second, while we're talking about Draymond Green, wanted to share something real quick, and then we can move on. Almost forgot.
Come
on, man. What you mean, come on, man? That's defense, man. What's wrong with you, man?
That's why I didn't come back to... I'm out, man. I'm out, man.
Look at my shirt. Get your wit up, man. Get your wit up. Get your...
They say that's how Draymond been playing basketball, man. That's his
I'm telling you.
Anyway, moving on.
And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, I still watch WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when somebody's doing a persona and they get a little too caught up in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just be Draymond Green. Just go back, because I'm talking about, bro, I was looking at that. He had a 30-point game in the finals, I think, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was shooting them threes. He could hit an open three. He could and it's just like, as I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even realizing it, but like I'm looking at the Warriors play and I'm just like, where is Draymond's offensive presence?
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like, he's kind of lost his offensive identity. Like, I remember when he took Davis Lee's starting position. And David Lee was a shooter, power forward.
David Lee was a good player. Shout out to
For
St.
you to
Louis.
take his position, I feel like he came in shooting. Like, I'm gonna be that stretch power forward that can shoot just like David Lee. But like you said, over the years, that shooting has just continued to diminish, and we need to see that again.
It's literally vanished, and I'd love for y'all to answer tomorrow with a Draymond Green 20, Steph 25, Clay could settle for 15, and the rest of the crew can all get like 5 or 6 apiece. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that would set the tone, because that's what I'm saying. I feel like Steve Kerr doesn't have a hold of the team to where, like, no matter how big Timmy, Tony, and Manu got, Pop was always in control.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so now I feel like Draymond's persona, or obviously he's being himself, but his podcast, what's separate from the basketball is running the team. And you know what I mean? And I want to see 6 or 7 games. I don't want to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like this get real ugly real fast. And also, it only proves me right about what I be saying. Kendrick Perkins, my take him to churches be real on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins talk about Steph gonna replace Magic. No, he not shooting like this. Not with no Finals MVP. Not when he ain't hit. He's hit 3 shots in 3 fourth quarters.
I hear
So
you.
that has to change. Like, there's 2 things, like that and Draymond.
In my opinion, I think the reason is, and this is the last thing I'll say about it. I think the reason it's like that is because Steph is doing so well the first 2-3 quarters, and nobody else is hitting nothing. So fourth quarter come down, it's like, all right, if we can eliminate Steph, nobody else gonna hit a shot. Nobody else.
They've outscored y'all every fourth quarter.
They have.
I think so. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll be back with more Warriors takes. Bola got y'all. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
We just started a recent segment on this show called "Boxing Is Not Dead" because I do believe that, and I'm trying to put people on more fights to try and bring it back, because it's a sweet science, and I don't think it's gone yet. And I think we have a lot of good boxing left. Unfortunately, the week that we start this podcast, a South African boxer by the name of Simiso Buthelezi actually passed away from bleeding on the brain after a fight for an African championship recently. So somebody actually did, pass away. So we just try to have everybody human, man. This is all sports, you know what I'm saying? And bad stuff can happen, and we all got to make sure that we stick together, because, you know what I'm saying? That's wild. You know what I'm saying? That's what they talk about. That's what, like, every boxer's like greatest fear is. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to him and his family. Shout out to the country. You already know. But beyond that, we got a couple updates. I mean, it's wild, because it's like I said, like, you never really, you know what I'm saying? You don't think about it because it's for the love of the game. But just like, I forgot the brother's name. He used to play for the Bills. On that kickoff return, he just went down and tackled somebody. And the way he tackled somebody messed his whole thing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know when this is done. So that's why people got to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes, sir.
Just a little boxing update. The unbeaten, I think it's 30 wins, 22 knockouts. Jermall Charlo actually had to withdraw from his middleweight title fight with Selecki. He had a back injury.
Oh, wow.
So a dude that I just put y'all on last week, he's actually gonna be sitting down for a while. And the other one, big deal. Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence for the undisputed welterweight championship. All 4 belts are on the line from all 4 organizations. Now, Errol Spence is the PBC champion. And how it is, I told you, it's all about promotions and litigation and politics. The PBC has the most, has the better of the welterweight division right now. So that's why he's got 3 belts, because he's fighting more welterweights. But Bud Crawford is a bad man. And to be honest, these 2 dudes, they probably could have fought in maybe 2018, 2019, and it would have been a good fight. But now, all 4 belts on the line, undisputed welterweight chat, this is going to be one of the best fights in a long time. So Bud Crawford, Errol Spence, y'all make sure y'all write that down.
Oh, yeah. Don't know who they are. Check them out now.
Yeah, bro. Other than that, the Women's College World Series actually ended tonight. I'm actually a big softball fan. Fell in love with it. It helps me get from the end of the school year to summer school, or at least it did back in the day. Just something to watch over the summer. But it's an amazing sport, man. These ladies really be out here doing their thing. And the Oklahoma Sooners took home, I think, their second championship in a row. They reset their record from last year with the most runs scored in a single WCWS. They've talked about this Oklahoma softball team, this particular team, in comparison to like programs like Alabama that are like this. This is an all-time legendary Jocelyn Allo, Higgins. Like these girls are great. If you need to check any highlights, like they won tonight, I think 10-5. They won the game last night 16-1. They had like, you know what I'm saying? They had like 6 home runs. They had a back-to-back home runs, 3-shot home run. Like, yeah. So congrats to them. And truth be told, that is actually the only Mizzou athletic program that I give any time or attention to anymore. Unfortunately, it's a softball program. So shout out to all the ladies doing it for Mizzou. Y'all the last of the dying breed, in my opinion. Better luck next year too. They was in the they messed up in the regional, man. It was bad, but you know, it is what it is. But like we said, it's gonna be a quick pod this week. We're gonna go ahead and pay these bills and talk about our wonderful sponsor. Because we like to keep the lights on.
Gold Standard Farms since 19
LLC. You already know. Martin, Tennessee.
Yes, sir. Who we are.
As always, they want you to know who they are.
Gold Standard Farms LLC is a boutique hemp farm specializing in organic hemp cultivation, seed genetics, R&D, and eco-friendly hemp-based materials. For more information, please email Carson at goldstandardfarms.com.
Big fact. Shout out to you, KO.
Yes, sir. And let's jump right on to it. Take them to church.
You already know. I don't let y'all down, man. We stay on it.
Yes, sir.
Always. Deshaun Watson, come on down. Man. Like, I'm not.
Before you started
this, what was you gonna say?
According to a New York Times investigation, Deshaun Watson met a minimum of 66 women for massages over the course of 17 months. I think I don't know if this is the one I meant to send, but there was a report that the Texans were renting the hotel rooms for him, and that they also provided him with non-disclosure agreements to give to these women. So with that said, you have your take.
That is that's the new update today. The Texans have been added to the defendant list because they are enablers, facilitators, whatever you might, or that's the suspicion, innocent until proven guilty. There's the 2 lawsuits that have been added. So now it's 24 total cases, but now it's like I said, you got the other women speaking out. One of them even said that while Watson was aggressively asking for a sexual act, she even commented, like, what are you doing this for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you, like, this is a bad thing. Like, why are you, you know what I'm saying? Just like a general concern, because it doesn't necessarily make sense. I mean, to a guy like me, I'm not a fan of cat calling and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But I mean, I also do believe in shooting your shot. You know what I mean? As long as it's respectful. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, there's an MO, there's motive, there's patterns, there's all this stuff. I just don't understand. This brother got more cases than a baggage claim. Like, I just don't see how he play. I don't see how he plays this year. It's too much. And now the Baker thing's all messed up. Like, the Browns, the Texans, Deshaun Watson, all y'all getting taken to church, bro. All y'all got a tie. Like, this is ridiculous.
You know what my theory though is? I feel like all of this started coming out because the Texans had to know about it, right? I feel like the moment, and you got to take into the context of how all this unfolded. First, it started with James Harden forcing his way out of the Houston Rockets. Now the ownership is totally different, right? But to me, they said we're not going to let another Negro do this to us again. So when Deshaun Watson was like, "I'm on my way out," they decided to leak the story about everything that was going on with him. But there's no way he played for y'all all these years, and not one complaint. Y'all didn't know about it at all.
Yeah, I think they said some of the women said like security was in on it. That like it's a whole like thing.
Come on now. I think they were just
now in his defense, not that this makes it right. Shout out to my ladies. Yeah. Not that this makes it right, but I'm sure he's not the only one. So I think that they're trying to make him that scapegoat.
Yeah, I mean, like in his defense, like Robert Kraft just got accused of the same thing.
Bro, well, he got a crafty. Yeah. Oh, and then I heard this
in the massage hall.
Bro, one of the lawyers literally was quoted. I heard this quote today. Was quoted and said, "Well, a happy ending isn't necessarily illegal."
Damn.
Like, when I heard that, it's just like, all right, bro. If that's the case, then y'all just need to pay these ladies. He needs to do his time, or whether you know what I'm saying. I'm not.
But there's no crime because a lot of them are not saying that he raped them. They're just saying
no. I'm not saying his misconduct, not his crime. His misconduct. You know what I'm saying? So if his misconduct results in a suspension, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, I don't see with how much money the NFL just invested in trying to get the women viewership up. You know what I'm saying? Like in the past years, like the breast cancer awareness are in October. Like they do a lot of stuff for their female fans. So to me, it's literally like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you're allowing the Browns to even give him this ridiculous contract. He hasn't even played. He's played 4 games since he blew a 24-point lead to my Chiefs. He's played 4 games, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But he gets this big contract amidst all the controversy afterwards. So all these ladies, they're like, yeah, man, y'all just rewarding this dude.
Yeah.
And even if he's not doing anything illegal, it's a menacing thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna villainize you, so it's still you still gotta pull it back.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not defending him. I just feel like
I'm not either, but yeah. I know what you're saying.
I feel like anyway, I ain't gonna say too much more, man. Like I respect women and their viewpoint. You know,
yeah,
no woman should be put in that position, but I feel like a lot of this was consensual. And now you're trying to get paid after the fact, you know.
The one who filed the civil suit for $500. Yeah, whoever she might be. I got a question. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I got a question about that. But you know what I'm saying? Like if shit happened, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to be open-minded. But at the end of the day, it's like if he was doing all that, you want 500? That don't even sound right.
No.
The lawyer fees, like, what are you talking about? You gonna pay somebody $6,000 just to get 500?
Yeah.
Like I don't. It's like I said.
Makes sense.
And that's what they're trying to say. And I don't know if it's like a strength thing. You know, some women are very strong and being able to speak up about that kind of stuff. Some women are ashamed. Some women understand the severity of trying to call out an athlete. You try to call out an athlete and your stuff not straight, the whole fanship coming for you. You know what I'm saying? So they'll the scarlet letter thing. So, I mean, I understand that they're fearful of that, but it's like, to me, a closed mouth don't get fed. So if it happened, it happened. Y'all need to say something so that it can be handled. But I understand, and it comes out through time and stuff like that. And 66 women over 17 months, you know what I'm saying? That's like 40-something women in a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not even shooting your shot. That's shooting the club up. Like you just... You want my number? You want my number? You want my number? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not like.
He definitely has a problem, man. But I mean,
it's like I said, that's the MO. It's a little aggressive. Yeah. He gotta chill. And even if let's say it's all truth, not illegal, dude gotta chill.
Yeah, like get you a girlfriend, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say it's all lies.
Get your girlfriend to role play.
Right? But it's like, let's say. So if it's all true, he got to chill. If it's all lies, you still got to chill because you put yourself in that position to where they lying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So no matter which end of the spectrum, he has to chill.
I agree.
He got to sit down next to grandma, keep his head up. He got to fan her. He got to pass her the hymnal because he getting taken to church, bro.
I heard that. And with that said, we'll end our show for today. Thank y'all for joining us again.
Man, thank you, guys.
Slide. Hey.
Turn up, boy.